The Milan semester was great. I initially started learning Italian before going there. And so there was a class called Visual Merchandising, which was done by Professor Karen. She hosted a guest lecturer one day called Massimo Volpe. He was the CEO of this company called Retail Hub. I tried to network, tried to talk to him after the class, managed to get an internship, and I'm still doing it.
Some of the projects, if I am to mention, I could not believe that I've worked on that. One was revamping an international beauty pageant. And the outcome was that we actually got a resounding success of that pageant being hosted in India for its latest edition. That's like a dream come true. So we're just back from Milan. It's also fresh. Apart from sitting in a classroom with, let's say, 60 odd people from different parts of the globe, the academic courses, the academic projects, I think what has really changed in us is we have gotten a Teflon finish in terms of our business acumen, our technical know-how, and also our interpersonal skills. And what is it that brought this difference? I believe it's how the course curriculum has been designed and how the industry projects were a substantial part of it. I think few of us shared the same electives in marketing. How beautifully was that course designed? One part of it teaching us detailed frameworks, theoretical models, starting from GTM strategy, perceptual mapping, need scope model, and the other part wherein we gotten the chance to collaborate with an Italian brand, Datas, if all of you remember, and we got to first-hand implement those models with the company on one of their clients. I mean, what better could have happened? So getting this opportunity so early on in my career was on my checklist, and I ticked it while in the Milan semester.
The Milan semester was great. I initially started learning Italian before going there. And so there was a class called Visual Merchandising, which was done by Professor Karen. She hosted a guest lecturer one day called Massimo Volpe. He was the CEO of this company called Retail Hub. I tried to network, tried to talk to him after the class, managed to get an internship, and I'm still doing it. I'm currently working as their LinkedIn manager and making newsletters for their campaigns.
So even I had an internship experience in Milan during my exchange semester. I was privileged enough to work with a company called Alpitor. It's a leading Italian group into travel and leisure, and I was working under the guidance of the company's CIO and CTO. So my internship's primary focus was to potentially look for solutions using generative AI, which is the talk of the town, contemporary modern technology everyone wants to use. And it was a beautiful experience and I asked you specifically about the Italian language experience because it was a little challenging for me in terms of how to work with the workforce, which primarily converses in Italian, but they were receptive enough to converse in English, and that was a beautiful challenge that I overcame in terms of working.
That takes me back to my summer internship while we were legit juggling with so many things. I remember you saying that how intensive your client handling scenarios were. Exactly. And at the same time you had to get back to the college courses that you were taking.
You know, before coming to SDA, I worked for 3 years. I worked in Reliance Industries and I was working as a research scientist. So, you know, after facing numerous challenges over there, I felt that my personality traits and skills are better for an industry that emphasizes where I can have more client-facing role and I can have good interpersonal skills with my colleagues. And that's where, you know, I came to SDA.
For me, the takeaway was a little different. I did not have a career pivot. I had an interest, but I did not know the roadmap to reach the goal. So that is where my internship, as well as the things that I've learned in my lectures, have helped me greatly. So my interest primarily lied in marketing and consulting, and my internship, which I really think is worth mentioning at GeoCreative Labs, have helped me develop many folds there. Some of the projects, if I am to mention, I could not believe that I've worked on that. One was revamping an international beauty pageant. And the outcome was that we actually got a resounding success of that pageant being hosted in India for its latest edition. That's like a dream come true. Also, I got to work for the event management of launching Bollywood celebrities. You know, it's very
That's so much
crazy.
fun.
I know.
That's fun.
Bollywood celebrities NGO initiative. I also repositioned. I along with my team repositioned smartphone brand. And another best part, which was really fun, when I was working for the growth strategy team, I got to interact with CEOs of many media houses and marketing agencies. So I was specifically handling the APAC region, Indonesia, and we would have this online meetings, and some of them would also post on LinkedIn about those. So it's like all of a sudden I'm exposed to such a real business world from a business school, and the transformation was only smooth, and it was only possible because A, of the curriculum that we had, B, of the leaders who helped us when we joined the companies.
Even you have a similar thing like Kirti, right? You want to do a career pivot as well.
Yeah.
So how was that experience for you?
So I was an electrical engineering graduate. I wanted to go into operations just because everybody told me to, that you're an engineering graduate, you have to go to operations, you cannot go to anything else. Otherwise, everything will be very difficult for you to. However, I was open to options. When I came in, I started looking at a lot of professors' lectures and try to understand what suits me, what do I like to do. At the end of the day, I am very happy with sales and marketing. From my internship at Outlook Publishing House, where I was ranked apparently #1 for the sales targets. This was including all the other colleges that were interning there. That went on really great. That really triggered my interest for sales and particularly B2B sales.
While we were working on the Cartier case, it was the first time that I presented personally, like it was my first personal experience to present in front of the CEOs or the CFOs of the company. So, you know, I became a little confident on my communication skills as well as my interpersonal skills. So yeah, that was something, that was one of my weaknesses that I really worked on at that time.
I come from an advertising background. So definitely students who have done like a BBA or a BCom, I feel like they had an edge. Maybe I think it was in my head because after a point I realized that once we come to a B school, everyone's starting from square one. Like it's the first step and it's a clean slate for everybody actually. So, but it took me a while to understand that when we had those group discussions, when we had projects and assignments where we had to work together, that's when I realized that, you know, everyone has strengths and weaknesses and it's not just in my head and I'm not the only one who's facing it. So that actually I kind of found comfort in that, and then, you know, the best part is that you can all work together and there are people who are good at certain things, so you learn those things from them. I'm good at certain things, so I can help my friends learn those things. So it was like how would I say, it was like osmosis in a way of information that happened. So that's kind of how I dealt with, you know, feeling a little underconfident initially because I wasn't from that background, and there were subjects where things like data analysis, which were really like, oh my god, I died during those classes, but I think I learned a lot because I'd never done it before, and like hats off to the way the curriculum was dealt with and the way they explained it to us.
So I think these academic clubs, they have been really great in this journey.
Totally agreed, yes.
You coming from the business technology club, how was it, like you were there, how was it, you know, dealing with all the students who were not from the technological background but they wanted to learn about it? And because right now it's all about AI and you have also you had internship experience in it. So could you tell me about, like, you know, how was your club journey?
First of all, I would like to bring about a fact that you were mentioning a clean slate, right? I would say that my slate was not so clean because I had worked for a company for more than 2 years and there were some things that I was very rigid about. Primarily doing some things in a very structured manner. So before I began this course, that was one aspect I wanted to challenge myself, like do things which challenge me in terms of multitasking, and that's when I took up the responsibility of running a club, business tech club. And as you said, the course diversity in terms of the backgrounds students have here, it is challenging for them to deal with some of the subjects, and it was fun. I still remember the data analysis class that I took before the examination. It was a full house.
All of us
It was a full house. It was a full house, and it was an amazing experience. And the feedback that I got post examination, I think that was icing on the cake. And as you mentioned, the activities that we have done as club in terms of hosting various events, bringing top guest speakers, so that we can just create a group of students, like-minded people who can discuss things, brainstorm things, and that's when ideas come up, right? And like time flies by. It's been almost 2 years now, and I think we have left some impression on our juniors who are running clubs very well now.
Very well now. So, you know, talking about the guest speakers, we had speakers from Deloitte, we had them from HUL, Zepto. So, you know, we had like speakers from, it was a kaleidoscope of people who came here from L&T as well. So learning from them was an amazing experience altogether. So anything like you guys have any future plans now, since we are going to end our MBA journey and it has been an emotional roller coaster.
It has.
So what all are your future plans? What all are you looking forward to?
For now, I'm looking into going into marketing. Honestly, let's see where it takes me in the next 5 or 10 years. Probably become a CMO of some company, or I probably start up my own thing.
So I see now, since I have been in operations, I have worked in consulting as well. I have worked in HR as well. So now, yeah, I think I have done my internships in every field possible. So now I'm like quite sure that I want to be a supply chain consultant, and I'm working towards it. I know the journey will be difficult. It's not going to be easy, and it's something that I'm prepared for right now. Let's see what the future holds. What about you, Kim?
I actually just got placed very recently. So I will be starting as management trainee at HDFC Ergo. And I think they came, I know they came for the role of sales. So mainly my domain will be that, and that's where my career will be heading. And I'm excited for it because I love interacting with people. I love talking to people. And I hope that I can convince people to buy general insurances as well in the future. So yeah, that's me.
Okay, to speak about myself, I was initially majorly a marketing and branding aspirant. The reason why I got into Geo Creative Labs for my summer internship. But it is in Geo Creative Labs that I realized that I also have a knack for consulting, because I was not working just for their marketing campaigns, I was working for their branding strategy, growth strategy. So that strategy part really got into me, and I started exploring consulting options also. And thank God I'm placed now. I'm placed with EY, and I'm really looking forward to my very fresh, very new consulting journey ahead.
So honestly guys, it was great catching up with all of you and finding out what you all have been up to in the past few months. And me being a part of media committee, I'm really grateful that you guys took out the time to be here and interact and let me know. And I really want to wish all of us and everyone here the best of luck for all the future endeavors. So yeah, good luck guys, and let's stay connected and stay in touch.